Meet Robart, a robot in the popular vernacular, a mobile microprocessor in industry jargon. He's the brainchild of Naval postgraduate student Bart Everett and an integral part of the Everett family. You're a lieutenant commander. You're affiliated with the Naval Postgraduate School. How does Robart here relate to the work that you've done in the Navy?
Well, it's essentially a development and a demonstration platform for my thesis in mechanical engineering. My thesis concerns microprocessor controls of mechanical systems. How do you actually take a computer and interface it to a mechanical system in a fashion where it can direct the processes and read information from the system and decide what the motors need to do next. And in order to demonstrate some of the concepts that I worked at in my thesis, I more or less built this thing on the side.
I notice on the front of your house, Bart, here it says, patrolled by Robot. What does this guy do to protect your house?
Well, he's equipped with a whole lot of sensors that give him information on his environment as to the temperature, whether or not there's smoke in the air, toxic gas, intruders, a whole lot of different inputs, including vision of a crude sense, which allow him to ascertain whether or not there is someone in the room and then challenge the person if I've told him beforehand that there's not supposed to be anyone there. If the environment is friendly, for instance, the members of the household are home, then he'll just speak to you and say hello or hi.
As he does?
As he's doing right now.
Right now. How does he... There you have it. How does that work? He's sensing something about me moving back and forth. What's he picking up?
Right now he's sensing the fact that when you move through his field of vision, the light intensity changes. Now, I programmed him not to say hello every time that happens because it would be a little much. So I have him say hello or hi as he chooses, and then wait a certain length of time before he does it again.
Now, what would happen if you put him off of the friendly mode, which he is now, and I came back in again?
Well, I can do that by flipping this switch here, which tells him from now on, any motion that you detect, you should investigate. And what he'll do initially is wait a certain amount of time for me to leave the room, say I were going out, for instance. And then after that period of time, any subsequent motion would cause him to come on and try to determine the source of the motion. And if he can verify that there is something there, then he will interrogate the intruder and advise him to leave the room.
If I went out now and came back in, would he do this?
He should.
Okay.
Emergency alert.
I don't even know.
Intruder in room. Attention, intruder. Exit room at high speed.
So he found me.
That's correct.
Number 2, 1 plus 0. Correct. Number 3, 1 plus 1. Correct.
Robart here is good for more than just guarding the door.
Well, I try hard to justify all the money that I spent on it.
How much money is that?
Well, probably between $7,000 and $8,000 at this point. It's kind of hard to put an exact figure on it because I had a lot of the material on hand and I used a lot of surplus parts. But there's a lot of everyday home items. This is a cake cover. This is a solar cigarette lighter. And these are shaving cream caps. And there's a lot of stuff like that on there.
What do you think of this robot?
He talks.
He talks? Does he do anything for you?
Yes.
What?
He comes in my room.
He does? Why does he come in your room?
Because sometimes he wants to see me.
And then what does he do when he gets to your room?
He stays in for a little bit.
Once you get Robart in your room, what do you do with him?
Read him a book.
Would you like to read him a story for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really don't know how to read except I pretend to read.
Okay. You can pretend to read. How did this idea come to you?
I've always been fascinated with robots, and I built my first robot in high school, and I've made 3 since then. This is actually the 4th. This is the first fully computer-controlled robot that I've built, and I intend to keep building them up until the day where they can build themselves. People have an image of what robots ought to be from watching movies and television shows, but the state of the art now is not sufficiently advanced to enable us to do even the most mundane jobs like ironing clothes and answering the door. The technology is here now to do a lot of things, but it'll be a good while before we get that advanced. But the day will come.
Circuit complete. All systems normal.